Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate the chance.
When Kevin McCarthy made those comments last night, obviously he's not on the committee himself, but as part of the House Republican leadership, he was part of making the committee exist in the first place. Do you feel like he was telling the truth that you have long suspected, or were you actually shocked to hear him say it?
Well, there's two interesting things about it. I mean, first of all, yes, he was telling the truth, and that's been obvious for a long time. As you mentioned, I have been saying this, from the very beginning, as they've dragged this out on, as they've interviewed witnesses without telling Democrats, as the focus has increasingly been nothing but Hillary. But the other interesting thing about it is the point that you were making at the top of the hour. This is the guy who's going to be third in line to the presidency. And you were making it at the top of the hour. This is the guy who's going to be third in line to the presidency. Top of the hour. This is the guy who's going to be third in line to the presidency. And he is, quite frankly, well, I guess a political hack is the best way to put it. He raises money and he recruits candidates. He is purely focused on partisanship and has been from the moment he got into Congress. That's okay. There's, we have a DCCC campaign chair, and, that's kind of what he does. But now he's going to be speaker, and the fascinating thing is he didn't realize that he was talking to a different audience. I'm sure that's the answer that he gives at Republican fundraisers all across the country.
Right.
But he's speaker. He's supposed to be caring about policy. And to blatantly give, what we've all known was the truth for some time, it's distressing that it's the truth. No question about that, but it is equally distressing that we have someone who is about to be speaker who doesn't know any better than to not say it on national television. So it was a fascinating moment.
In terms of what happens next here, I remember thinking when the Republicans first created this committee, when the Republicans first created this, when the Republicans first created this committee, and Democrats were faced with the decision about whether or not they were going to participate in something they believed was a farce from the beginning. It was a difficult question for the Democrats whether or not to actually put Democratic members on this committee and give it the appearance of bipartisanship simply by your presence. Do you think it was either a mistake for you to be there from the beginning, or do you think that you all should quit now?
Well, at the beginning, my opinion was that we should boycott it and we shouldn't be on the committee. I actually think that as time evolved that I was wrong about that. Because if we had done that, we would have sort of given them the high ground, for lack of a better word. We basically had to give them enough rope to hang themselves. And I think wishful thinking there, Leader Pelosi was absolutely right, that we needed to be on the committee to, all right, we'll take you at face value. We'll give you a chance. And, we did, and I think that helped prove just how partisan and how embarrassing this is. Because keep in mind, as Secretary Clinton said, 4 people died. Benghazi is enormously important. And to turn it into this partisan sideshow is an absolute embarrassment. Now that we've been at this for a while, and again, I will yield to my leader, and I will yield to the ranking member on the committee, Congressman Cummings, before I, and go with whatever they say. I would argue at this point that we should say this is a waste of money, a partisan political exercise, and yes, we should walk away. They are not trying to learn anything about Benghazi. I mean, look at the people they've interviewed. They're going after all of Hillary's people. They're not focused at all on what happened in Benghazi, which means that the committee is a joke, and I think Democrats ought to call it what it is and say we're not going to participate in this anymore. But, that's my initial reaction. But I'll listen to my leadership on this, and, perhaps they will again have greater wisdom. But no, it's just been an embarrassment. They've spent, I don't know, what is it, like $4 million now on a partisan witch hunt. And, Congress is not what it was when I got here 19 years ago, but I really didn't think it would sink this low.
Congressman Adam Smith, a member of the Benghazi Select Committee. We will wait with bated breath to find out for how long. Thank you very much for your time tonight, sir. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you, Rachel.
All right.